How's it going, my fellas? Welcome back to another video, and today we are back again talking about weighted training, weekly ranked stuff, and all that. And at first glance, you guys might be like, whoa, that is way worse than last week. What happened? And I'll tell you what happened. I decided to not tank this week, actually. I did not tank, I just played all my games. No tanking, so less easier opponents. And I had about a little bit over 100 less at-bats. But this is what the results came out. First off, just going to say this. That Jeff McNeil, the DC means downed condition. He had a 750 OPS this week, but he was in downed condition, so I really can't do anything about that. I don't put conditioned drinks in any of my players, but that's that. I'm not going to worry about him too much. I'm really going to focus about these guys in the middle here. Start off with Jay Bruce. Jay Bruce, above average week. I'm having the 800 line, which is there, as you guys can see, this line going across that line. I'm going to have that as the average, we'll say. So anything above that, you add an above average. And then anything above 1,000, which I guess is just for Boggs, is an elite week. We'll just do that. So Jay Bruce had an above average week. He had an OPS at, let me just check here, 817. Not bad. Not the best, but not bad. Decent amount of home runs, and he had legend prediction only at 6, but now I got him up to 20. I just have him, I was able to get enough upgrades so that he's now at blank out of 20. He's now at 16, so I don't have any coins, and he has a bad train. So he's going to need a retrain, but he will be able to get to 20 soon, and will be able to get some special training done soon. But I just have other more important people to do first. Not saying that Jay Bruce isn't important, but he could definitely get replaced easily. Plus, he only has legend prediction. Those skills are going to need to get changed soon, because it's a good second skill and a good third skill that are going to need to be a first and second skill. It doesn't work out the best, but he's like a work in progress. He's like my Wilmer Flores that I got, except better, and with actual skills, so that he can go in my lineup. And we're going to move over here. I'm going to start with the farthest left dots, with is Cabrera. Correct, sorry. Rosario. The Rosario are the dots on the left, the dots that are showing on the screen right now, and then Cabrera's are these ones. Those two. Not Nimmo, but those two on the right. So we'll start off with Rosario. Weird week for him. He wasn't in down condition at all, but he only had an 851 OPS with Charisma Batting Machine Blue. And I've talked to many people, and from what I've seen, a lot of people do not nerf Charisma anymore. It's now Boss that they nerf with level 19 Mentor, which I don't have, so I can't talk about that, but I'm not one to be talking about that, but I've talked to some people who do have it, and they said that, we'll use Boss more. But weird week for him. I thought he'd do much better. He didn't have that many home runs as I expected, and I hope he can have a bounce back week, because he needs to do better, because Charisma Batting Machine is endgame. He's not getting changed. His training isn't getting changed. It's contact, power, and eye all in the top 3. Power is 1, contact is 2, and eye is 3. Granted, I would like eye and contact to be switched, because he doesn't have the highest base stat for eye, but we'll see. And then there's Cabrera. So for the fact that Cabrera had almost the exact same week in terms of OPS than Rosario, I'll take it, because of the fact that means his skills are working. Or working to an extent that Rosario's aren't, if that makes any sense. Cabrera had an 833 OPS this week, and remember, he has prediction, training junkie, and table setter, which I would definitely say Training Junkie is a better skill set than Legend, because I believe it gives one more bonus to contact power and eye than Legend does every level. So I think like Legend level 2 gives 3 to contact to all stats, but Training Junkie level 2 I believe gives 4 to contact power and eye. So he would do that bit better, and I do believe that Training Junkie is a better skill than Legend, because you care more about offense than defense in this game, of course. And then Table Setter, because he's my leadoff hitter, that gets used more. So we might have, like, his, if I was to look at his leadoff home runs, that might boost, like, a teeny bit because of the fact that he gets more stats for leading off with Table Setter. But, yeah, he has Prediction Blue, Training Junkie at 6, and then Table Setter at 5. Now, Nimmo. Now, first off, the equation and his actual OPS were off by 0.002, so, like, that's insane. Still waiting for the first time that the equation and the actual OPS will be on par, but that's whatever. So, but he had an 874 OPS, so he only did that bit better than Rosario and Cabrera with Legend Slugger Instinct, but he has the better weighted training. He's got the better hitting stats than them. The base hitting stats, like not including like the bonuses in game for like Training Junkie and all that. But he is Legend, so his stats should get better, right? Well, he doesn't have Charisma or Spotlight. He has Slugger Instinct. Again, he's like Jay Bruce and Yoenis Cespedes. He is a good second and third skill, but no first skill to use. So therefore, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking like I'd need to save up like 200 skill changes if I'm going to change him. And I have other players that I'm going to use skill changes on, like Jeff Bagwell that I have. But, yeah, I definitely hope to see him reach the 900 mark this time, because he should. But speaking of a guy who should be in the 900 mark, is Cespedes. Definitely when I get the free chance, he is going to get as many skill changes as possible, because I don't like the fact that he has my second best weighted training, but my second worst OPS. And he lost to someone in down condition. He's Legend Prediction, but because his hitting stats are so good, you expect so much from him, that Legend Prediction, an okay skill set, doesn't make him do any good. Just kind of useless. But it's like he had a 794 OPS, so he had a below average week with a 410 weighted training. That's taking in the contact power and eye and adjusting it. But it's like, dude, come on. First off, he has like 150 base power almost, because he just had an insane train one time, the only time I trained him. And then he got like 21 to power, and then something to eye, because he had low eye, so that helped, and then stuff to fielding. But it's like, I don't know. He will definitely get skill changes soon, when I get enough to use him after I get skills on Bagwell, of course. And then the last guy to talk about with our hitters. There he is. There he is. All the way up here. Wade Boggs. Charisma Batting Machine Blue. He now reached level 8. So he now has a weighted training of 438, almost 439. And with the bonus of now putting Kerry Wood into my lineup as my 25th man, because you only need 24 to get a team set deck, to get the diamond or the S set deck for the Mets, for me. And the fact that Kerry Wood is a diamond, he will go over 440 next week. It's like he's just going to be insane. And the skills, unlike Rosario, did well this week. Charisma Batting Machine led my team in home runs. And he doesn't have the most power. That's Cespedes. But he has the most balanced overall. I think he's like 130 contact, 125 power, and 121 eye. Like, what? That's insane. Those are insane hitting stats. Like, I got an insane train on him. He already starts with like 72 power, which is a bit low. So my train for him, I got 18 power, and then contact is second, and then I is third, and he's just been doing insane. But definitely, I also would need to have like 200 skill change tickets, because I will end up changing his skills at one point in time, because he's a legend. So if I can get all 3 skills, even if I get like batting machine, slugger, instinct, prediction, those will all be maxed out. But that's a way long time. Like I still need to get skills on my Bagwell. He has slugger instinct, table setter, and pinpoint strike. He's like third to last out of all my diamonds and home runs this week, and it's Thursday. Like, come on. But yeah, no, I'm going to save up skill changes for Bagwell. Right now I have 2. So yeah, hope they do something for double mileage. That's coming out tomorrow. And now let's jump over to my pitching. Alright, so now we're over at the pitching. I'm just going to point the fact that, sorry, I just have my stats up on my computer. So I'm just going to go to 99 and then like 117. Alrighty, so here we are. Here's my pitching. I'm just going to point out the fact that Jerry Koosman had an ERA of 4.62. We won't be seeing him for the remaining time in my battle lineup until I get... No, actually, we won't be seeing him in my lineup until either I pull a Jerry Koosman diamond or I GI the card I have. But first would be lighter. The next grade increase I'm to get is whenever the next $50 one goes on sale. That would be opening day, so about 2.5 months-ish. No, like 3 months-ish, I think. Right. 2 months, sorry. Around 2 months, that should go on sale. So then I GI lighter because he has the higher base velocity, plus velocity is number 2, but he'll have more velocity. He's the better card than Koosman. And then Koosman get the GI next. So next we're going to go to Wheeler. Wheeler, he's not getting any skill changes because he will eventually get replaced. But he had a 3.53 ERA this week. And, not really much to say. He is also, like Bruce, can be trained up to level 20. But he needs a new train, and he's level 18. But I'm not focused on him because I have no points. Now we're going to go over to Hansel Robles. Not mad at all. Hansel Robles had... It's different. It's whatever. Hansel Robles had a 1.87 ERA. That's a bit high. But as you get into better competition and people who have mentor level 18 done, a lot of them do setup man or winning streak. And he has setup man and winning streak and cleanup killer. But cleanup killer, if anybody uses cleanup killer for mentor level 18, you're wrong. Please don't. But yeah, they use either setup man or winning streak. So, but he only blew 2 saves, so that was pretty good, especially against tougher competition. I'd rather him blow only 2 saves and he could have a 3 ERA as long as he can have 30+ saves, because that just shows that he can still be shut down. But that's whatever. And then Diaz did much better this week. He had a 1.88 ERA, and he had more innings pitched, I think, or less. I don't know. But he did better than last week, and he's still level 16 out of 16. So when he does get to level 20 out of 20, he gets boss and dominant pitcher blue, and he'll just be even better. Speaking of people who are blue, Tyler Clippard, he had like 80 innings pitched, and he had a .98 ERA. 1.98 ERA. But, like, that's when I'm getting smoked and I need my middle reliever to just make it close. So that's pretty good. Only giving up an average of 2 runs against these very tough teams where I'm getting completely blown out. It's pretty good. I mean, definitely would like it better. But it's all right. It's all right. It's a good start. Not a good start for Familia, though. Familia had a 2.39 ERA, and he didn't do well as the set man this week. That ERA is a bit high. We need it in the 1 point something is really ideal. But what can I do? He also would need a skill change eventually, but definitely not now, as I don't have the skill changes. I need a skill change a good amount of people. I only farm 2 devices, and I'm also a student, so like I don't get that much time, and I don't buy skill changes. But Syndergaard had a very, very, very good week. A 0.81 ERA against this tough a competition, and not the best of weighted training. That's a pretty good week by him. He has touch and dominant pitcher at 7. I think he has like a third skill, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, no, he did pretty well this week. A 0.81 ERA, second best ERA out of all my starting pitchers and all my pitchers in general. Very, very good. Now we're going to go to the person who came in third for the lowest ERA. Jacob Degrom. Jacob Degrom had a 0.98 ERA this week, which was a bit shaky, a bit iffy, but it's okay. No worries. Tougher competition. He's not getting a new train soon. He's not getting new skills soon. Nothing. He's going to be left alone because I have the prime of his, which I will GI in probably about 3 GIs. I'm trying to think. But, yeah, because there's Koosman and Leiter who'll get the GI first because they will be big helps, and then he will just be a 2 overall help. Speaking of 2 overall, the reason he would be a 2 overall help is because of the fact that, well, he's a 74 overall GI, right? That's his GI as a diamond for me. As a prime, it's automatically 80. You always automatically get +5 to the GI. You get +1 every single stat of your base when you're a prime. It's pretty cool. But also the mentor. The mentor gives +1 to every stat. So basically, he is an 85 GI. That's basically what he is, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. But, yeah, but that's still, like, Koosman will be like a +6 increase when he gets the weighted training and all that, or the, whatchamacallit, when he gets the special training. Same with Leiter. But, yeah. That's that. And then Degrom, finally, we're going to wrap this video up. It's been a bit long. Sorry about that. But Degrom at a 0.58 ERA this week. Same thing as Degrom, except he doesn't have a prime, so he's not going to get replaced in the foreseeable future. Very solid week. Touch, Mess. Both of their skills, both doing very fine. I'll leave them alone. I'm not going to talk much about them. They're my 1 and 2. Though the funniest thing is, when I do Club Challenge, I use No Syndergaard a lot because Mess basically becomes irrelevant because you want to limit people from getting on base. So because he is dominant pitcher and touch, I use him and he does pretty well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh, one more thing I'd like to say. So we're back here. And we're back with Jeff McNeil. He's in down condition. Something I found out this week is that Barrel It Up, the full effect of Barrel It Up occurs when a player's contact and speed add up to more than 200. And he has 103 speed and 120 something contacts. So he's more than 200, so he gets the full effect. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. So if you're ever thinking, I do think Barrel It Up is a very good second skill to skills like Spotlight and Charisma. I think it makes them do very well because, as I've seen, Jeff McNeil does very well, even though he is a very, very low base overall. So yeah, I just thought I'd tell you guys that. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any questions about any skills, and I'll try to get back to you guys. No, I will get back to you guys. See you guys later. Peace.